Everyone fears losing their mind. Disease, loneliness, trauma, prolonged pressure, time. There are countless ways our minds can meet oblivion long before our bodies. So we invent routines that can hopefully carry us from and back to our pillows intact, slicing up the days into chunks that can be more easily digested. We toil away and pretend it gives us purpose, supporting lives we hope are stable, and relieve ourselves with smaller, more manageable oblivions. When we become dissatisfied with the process, we try to rebalance our needs. Less dairy, more gym, less booze, more weed, less gym, more dairy, etc. But the balancing act never ends. The cycle never stops. Sanity is a construct, an artificial invention of humanity, and like all constructs from the mightiest skyscraper to a Lego house, it must be maintained. When your maintenance fails and the edifice crumbles, you will realize that the creeping dark comes not from without, but within. Sanity was always the unnatural state. Sanity was the invader. At the end of that long entropic road, when all your humanity and sense is withered away, only the madness remains.
Cool. So I am here with another horror anthology game. Today I am playing the Dread X collection, the Dread collection, the Dread Cross collection, Dread Key collection. I think it's Dread X collection. I'm going to refer to it as the Dread X collection. So like with the Haunted PS1 demo disc, I was originally going to upload this as a Let's Play instead of a review. But between issues with some of the footage I captured and the overall length of this video spiraling out of control, I decided to talk about this anthology collectively as a review. Also, again, my voice is still a little injured, so I sound a little weird in this video. I'm sorry. I'm hoping it will be back to normal by the next one. I am still going to sprinkle in some footage from my playthroughs though, and some of the in the moment reactions, and the majority of the gameplay footage will be from those recordings. And still, this video is going to be long. If you'd rather see these type of videos as long plays or something like that in the future instead of reviews, please let me know. Anyways, what is the Dread X collection? The Dread X collection is a collection of various short indie horror games from some of the best indie game developers in the industry. Like with the Haunted PS1 demo disc, the games are packaged together with a similar theme, and released as an anthology. In the case of the Dread X collection, the theme was PT. This means that they were all working demos or proof of concepts for the developers. Not necessarily fleshed out games, but playable teasers. Every game has a little meta note relating to the themes of the game. These little notes really make you think and help exemplify the themes presented in the game as well.
So, one of the more intolerable habits of first-year ethics students is their seemingly unquenchable passion to constantly debate tired and ultimately pointless dilemmas.
Interesting. Odd breeze. Let's get into it. Discover what happens in an ultra-secure facility as you get ready for work and wander the dark halls of your office. Using old-school fixed-camera perspective, they're watching your every move. Alrighty.
I ran into some bugs right off the bat, some issues trying to get the first game to run. After I sorted it all out though, the first game I played was The Pay Is Nice by Odd Breeze Games. The Pay Is Nice is a game about working late in a weird ultra-secure facility. Cameras which watch your every move, and weird stuff happens. The game plays like an old-school isometric horror game like Resident Evil, complete with tank controls. There is no combat in this game. Objectives are simple. Walk through halls, avoid getting stuck in the dark, and interact with people and objects in various rooms. There are several overarching themes regarding the ethics of surveillance, performing immoral tasks because you were told, and becoming a typical cog in the machine of working life.
A job that contributes to the advancement of mankind is no simple task. There's a reason this is an ultra-secure facility, and no unauthorized person can go inside. Even I don't know him. everything that happens between these walls. I don't question what I'm being told to do. The pay is nice. How many times are you going to say that, pal? Pick up the handgun. Load the magazine. Remove the safety. Cock the gun. What, did you just shoot that guy? What the hell, man?
But at the end of the day, none of this matters because the pay is nice.
Okay, so there's a stress bar there. The company is obsessed with security. Work on sensitive research, probably funded by the government. Most of the information is redacted. When I receive it, they make sure the schedule of the other researchers doesn't overlap. You never cross someone in the hallway. They open the door, require lights. Move to my office. Everything else is pitch dark. The door locks after I step into my office. I'll need to ask permission if I need to use the bathroom, but I don't question it. The pay is nice. This briefcase is killing me. I should drop it on my other desk before I sit down. Oh great, they already got the autopsy report out. Case of death, cardiac arrest due to drug abuse. Bro, you shot him. Sounds about right. The hell? Whoa, mask collection, huh? Been collecting these over the years. It's a real shame I got some of them dirty. Well, we all know which one I'm going to use if I get to pick. Oh, that's different. Oh, okay. Okay. Place is so dark, I can barely see anything. Seems like the tests have been completed already. Let's see, there are 4 test subjects to validate. Patient 1 died. Let's see, cause of death, car accident, head-on collision, sudden death. Patient 2, increased pulmonary efficiency by 12%. Success. What the fuck, the pod is empty. So he escaped. Where's my fucking card? Oh no, I'm so fucked. Thank you for playing. The pay is nice. That's it? Alright, so that's a little strange to me that it would just end unless this is a demo. Because they made kind of a big deal about you being able to sprint and then nothing ever really chased you. Unless it's a demo, I should say. So maybe this is a demo, maybe there's going to be more. I don't know. Interesting setting, interesting setup. I would be willing to check more out. I'm going to look up after this video, I suppose, and see if this is becoming a thing. But yeah, interesting concept. Pretty decent start here. Alright. Click on the character, then select, then choose his action, click and drag cards to you.
You know, we all think we're the big hero of our own lives. The good guy standing up to the bad guy, getting the girl, showing the world just how special we know we are. You know, but when the sun goes down and instinct takes over, you quickly learn that the darkness doesn't share your delusions of grandeur. We only ever hear the stories of the survivors. The dead don't get to tell us their side.
That's true as fuck.
The next game I played was Don't Go Out, made by Secret Cow Level. Unfortunately, my playthrough footage didn't capture, so this is one reason I decided to go the review route with this video. Anyways, Don't Go Out is a weird game, and one that I didn't really understand by the end of the game. It's an 8-bit isometric tactical RPG kind of thing. You start with one character and randomly get cards, which provide different advantages and disadvantages. These things could be giving you more turns, giving more characters, giving flares, and allowing you to place rituals down. I never figured out what the ritual thing did. The overall objective is to survive each night. There are monsters and encroaching thorns approaching you each turn. Touching the thorns or the monsters results in death. I found the best course of action was to speed off into the house at the top of the map, close the door so the other monsters in the weeds couldn't touch you, and just avoid the monster in the house. Once you figure the game out, it really isn't hard, but I still don't think I really understand it. This is the game that I liked the idea of, but would definitely like to see it develop into something a little bit more. I'm not going to hold that against it because it is a playable teaser, but it's something that I definitely would like to see more added to if it becomes a full game.
Hand of Doom. Now this one I've heard of before. It looks pretty good to me. I like that the graphics were all just kind of like photoed in, which is kind of cool. Hand of Doom. Trapped in the arcane realm by a dark sorcerer of ubiquitous master, can you learn the correct rituals and incantations needed to escape? Click words of power on right to ready spell, and then cast to enchant.
These organic conspiracies will drastically reduce our overall expenditures. This comes with the added benefit of further fractured collective consciousness, halting the spread of the cognitovirus by an additional 60%. While I appreciate the work of our veteran disinformation producers, not even the best of us could have come up with a way to convince people the Earth is round. Believe one crackpot theory, believe them all.
Hand of Doom was one game that I knew a little bit about going into the collection. It's a first-person exploration game made by Torpal Duke. In Hand of Doom, you play as a sorcerer exploring a realm controlled by the evil master. You are tasked with performing different spells to open doors, find relics, and cast out evil spirits as a means to exorcise the spirit of the master of the lands. The really cool thing about Hand of Doom is that you actually need to input different key phrases to cast spells. You can't just click the open door spell and have your character perform the spell. You need to remember the inputs, or at very least look up the inputs in your grimoire. These spells get increasingly more complex as the game goes on, and even requires self-sacrifice to cast some of them. You do have health, but the inclusion of healing spells means you're never going to die unless you're careless. There's also a hidden spell that requires some thinking to figure out.
I used to know a spell that could increase your speed. I remember that it starts with Ort and ends with Tal. There were 4 words total, and 1 was repeated. That spell may have required blood too. If only I could remember.
It's gonna be one of these.
Ist.
I guess or let's try a couple of these.
Ort. Ist.
No, starts with.
I remember.
This with tall. Oh wait, I fucked that up, didn't I?
I remember that it starts with Ort.
Okay.
Ort. Tall.
Hey. Sweet. Figured it out.
Tall. Ist. Ort. You fool.
Well, that one was cool. I liked that one quite a bit. Super old school adventure style game. I liked the graphics. I liked the gameplay of having to push different buttons to cast spells was pretty cool and unique. I've never seen a game do that before. Yeah, very cool. Alright, so Summer Night. Run around your backyard picking toadstools and chasing monkeys in this LCD handheld game where nothing scary happens. Well, what the hell is this doing on the Dread X collection?
When you're just suddenly uncomfortable. So you're in your living room, wrapped up snug in a warm blanket, watching some trashy daytime TV you secretly love. The world just melting.
This is really quiet. It needs to get turned up a little bit.
In a moment, you lose it. Not from some thumping outside your door or an unexpected call from your ex. You just realize that it's been far too long since you checked if there was anyone behind you. You'll reflexively turn, but it never stops there. The fears cascade. Did you remember to lock the front door? Was it you that left the bathroom light on? Is that where you left your soda when you finished lunch? Suddenly you're under siege by every monster of your imagination, and you never even had to leave your room.
Well, I was fine playing this game in the dark in my basement. Thanks for putting that in my head. Absolutely nothing scary happens in this game. For best results, play in a dark room dark room. Headphones. Alright, cool.
Summer Night was definitely my favorite inclusion in the Dread X collection. It is not often that horror games actually scare me. Most don't even get that much of a reaction from me. But holy shit, I would be lying if Summer Night didn't leave my hands standing on end and my arms covered in goosebumps. Summer Night is legitimately one of the scariest games I have ever played. Developed by Airdorf, Summer Nights doesn't look like much. It looks and plays like one of those old Game & Watch systems. You're just playing these simple little collection games and avoiding enemies and picking stuff up for points, with designs that don't look very scary. At surface level, this game doesn't look scary at all, but here we refer back to the little meta note from the beginning of the game. So keep in mind, I am playing this game at like 1 or 2 in the morning in the dark, alone in my basement with headphones on. I'm isolated from the world around me. I just listened to this note and here I am starting to feel like somebody is watching me. Did I close the door to upstairs? The closet door is open next to me. Did I open that? And here I am sitting playing this little LCD handheld game.
I like how he does the Mega Man jump right there. Mega Man jump. This is just like one of those games like in Kingdom Hearts 3. That monkey just dropped a pile of shit on my lawn. 69. Nice.
But how is this little Game & Watch game so scary? Well, the game itself is super meta. So as you're playing, you hear noises around you, doors closing, footsteps, stairs creaking, and you soon realize that you're not playing the LCD Game & Watch game. You're playing a game playing as somebody playing the Game & Watch game. And something is happening in the rooms behind you. But you're so focused on the game, you don't notice any of it. The first time I heard a door creak, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that was weird. That just heard like a knocking in my ears. Pretty sure that was the game. Kinda scared the shit out of me. The hell is that?
I thought it was my door. I legitimately started looking around the room I was sitting in from the corner of my eyes, and I began feeling uneasy, like something was watching me or coming down my stairs. It was surreal. The game itself also begins to get weird. Strange enemies appear, distorted visuals and sound effects, stuff that doesn't seem right. This game is really cool because it makes the real world around you while you're playing the game feel scary. What's going on in the game perfectly reflects how you feel in the real world. As you're so focused on this game, hearing these weird noises, you start to psych yourself out and think this is actually happening around you. It was a really cool experience.
Oh, it's that thing again. I'm gonna die now. Yeah, that ghost is definitely in my room now. I heard that door open. There's more? Oh god. That's actually really creepy. Oh lord. The hell are you? Oh god. That's creepy as shit. I don't like that noise and oh no, game over. Ooh. Ooh. That actually got me some goosebumps there. I liked that one quite a bit. The gameplay went on of the handheld went on a little too long, but definitely ushered in that false sense of security. And now I'm kind of like looking around my room. That was good. Outsiders. Enter the world of uncertainty as you discover the truth behind the house and behind the outsiders. WAS to move, E to interact. Hint. Open drawers to find keys and tools. Don't worry if you die. It's all part of the plan.
And to only at the end of the grand task realize the pointlessness of it all.
Outsiders. This is probably the second scariest game in the collection, but it was one of my least favorite in the collection. Outsiders starts off very weird. You're in a strange, dark house, you don't really know what's going on, but exploring you find these tools and keys, locked doors, and outside you see a cornfield. Outsiders is oozing with atmosphere. It's definitely a tense game, and in a lot of ways it feels like Amnesia, giving you very uneasy feelings as you move throughout the house and leaving you feeling like, I don't want to be in this room right now. General dread. The first time going through the cornfields was especially tense. You can't see anything, but you notice blood stains on the floor. You hear strange noises. You see flickering of naked-looking creatures running around. If those creatures touch you, they hurt you. Early on in this game, I tried to avoid the cornfields like the plague. If this was where the review ends, I would have left a pretty positive note on the simple horror exploration puzzle game with some genuinely creepy atmosphere, but unfortunately there's a little bit more to it. You need to complete this whole game within a time limit. If you don't, the screen gets all distorted, blood spots appear, and you die, only to start the cycle all over again. Each time you die, you are given a new hint about how to progress. Each time you die, the tools change location too. They are located in several predetermined spots, but you need to find where they are every time you start over. The more times you die, the more hints you get, written in blood on the wall. Eventually, the children's room is literally covered in blood too. This mechanic isn't necessarily bad, but it's something I just didn't really like. It was so frustrating to me, blindly trying to find things within a time limit, needing to find where things spawn between deaths. After my 7th attempt, it all started to kind of click and I got into a groove of finding where to go and unlock doors, but then I would fail just as I was about to finish. Fucked up.
Damn it! Can't find that door and I can't find that key. All that was left was that one, and it's the one that goes upstairs. Why can't I find where to go? Man, I am so pissed off. This sucks. Sweet. No, come on, I did it. No! You bastards. Come on. Ugh.
The constant trial and error vibe of this game made it feel a little bit like a roguelite in a way, and it just frustrated me and felt tedious. Again, not an awful mechanic, and I wouldn't say this was a bad game, but I'm definitely not the biggest on games I have to constantly restart and do the same things over and over again. That said, at the end of the game was totally worth it. It comes out of left field and everything makes sense. It's a really good twist, and honestly I'd play more continuing the end of this game, despite how frustrating the beginning of the game was.
Mm-hmm. I know this music. How do I know this music? It was used in a game I played recently. Merger, I think? Yeah, this is used in Merger. I know that music. Oh, must be the naked man I saw. Yes, thank you for clapping. The Human Show. Okay, so now that that ended, I like the idea with the whole alien story. It's cool. The gameplay of it, though, was so monotonous and so tedious that I did not really enjoy the core of this game. Playing through the same thing over and over and over was just frustrating to me. By the end of it, you saw I got through it really fast. I knew what I was doing, but getting up to that point was frustrating. That said, I really liked the idea of it, and it was one of the more scary games in this collection, so good job on that. I got one left. All humans seen in the Human Show have been hurt and or killed, although we know a majority of our audience wishes the human race to be put to an end. Orders from the Ancient Ones disallow this course of action. Do be aware that we do kill as many as we are allowed, and keep only the smallest amount of humans we can in stock. Thank you for your understanding. Alright, Mr. Bucket told me. Mr. Bucket told me too. The abandoned tools of your existence come back to haunt you in a surreal and terrifying tropical adventure. Press escape to see the controls. Thirst, hunger, and cleanliness. At each start of the day, drink, eat, and wipe your butt to survive. The day will end when you run out of stamina.
When they asked if he was aware that he was just painting faces on garbage, his only answer was, quote, "At least their faces didn't keep changing." End quote.
Up next was Mr. Bucket Told Me To, developed by Strange Scaffold. I really liked this game. It was so unique and weird and surreal. It's basically Castaway, the horror game. You play as a guy stuck on an abandoned island with friends Mr. Bowl, Mr. Spear, and Mr. Towel. You have some bars you have to maintain: hunger, thirst, bladder, cleanliness, and sleepiness. Eating fish refills your hunger. Drinking water takes care of your thirst. There are toilets littered around where you can shit. Using the towel or finding leaves to wipe your ass makes you clean. Every action makes you more tired. So you have to fill these bars before you fall asleep, and if you complete them early, you can go to sleep by interacting with a pillow. When you fall asleep is where the fun begins. You wake up in the middle of the night and seeing a huge bonfire off in the distance, and you meet your nemesis, Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket was one of your friends until you abandoned him for Mr. Bowl. Mr. Bucket claims you murdered him, and he's out for revenge. Every night he makes you sacrifice another one of your friends. This makes the following morning harder as you lose your primary way to eat, drink, or wipe your ass. Making the decision is hard after bonding with these guys after the course of the day. If you can't drink or eat enough to make it through the day, you die.
There you are, dead. You ran and ran and ran until you didn't have anything left. I wonder what will feed your legs, don't you?
But dying isn't the end goal. If you can manage your food, water, shit, and sleep bars through all 3 nights, you'll be greeted to Mr. Bucket building you a raft and letting you leave. I found the best strategy for doing this was sacrificing the towel first, as you can use leaves to wipe your ass, then sacrificing the bowl as you can find coconuts laying around to drink water from, and getting rid of the spear last because I couldn't figure out any other way to eat other than using the spear to hunt fish. The game was really unique and surreal, and I really enjoyed it.
Mr. Boombox. Single song ass motherfucker. Your words, not mine. But look, I've got a gun now? You ungrateful son of a bitch? What do you think we're doing right now, genius? We are talking, and I am unhappy. There's a clear set of decisions that have brought us to the... What the... This boombox just pulled the toolie out on me. You know what? You aren't worth the bullet. I'll see you in hell, you Bon Jovi hating piece of shit. Ah! I bet. You Bon Jovi hating piece of shit. Wait, what is happening here? This is... The coconut just turned into the bowl. Mr. Boombox has a face now. Bitch! Why is Mr. Boombox so hateful? You know how this works. Only one friend left. Take me instead. Excuse me? You take me instead, just let him go. No. You aren't doing this. You will not put some noble bullshit in the face of your own judgment. You are here now because of everything that you are and were. You're a selfish, oblivious mess talking to debris at the end of the world to convince yourself that someone can love you. I hope you remember that you send your final friend to hell. Man, I'm gonna send you to hell, you dumbass, bucket-ass bitch. Well, I definitely liked the aesthetic, the unique setting. Gameplay was a little non-existent, but I enjoyed this one quite a bit. It was very different. I've never played a game where I went crazy and talked to inanimate objects on the beach. So, cool. The raft is for you. Oh, no, I don't think I am. You're going to sail. You'll pray for land. Maybe you'll even find it. This island isn't yours anymore, so you're going to leave. Goodbye, Michael. May your last trip be the one you need. Goodbye, Mr. Bucket. I'll never forget you. Okay. What a depressing actual ending. I still stand by what I said last night. I really liked the game. Even though it's basically a walking sim. Still, unique idea, unique setting. Genuinely, I don't know, just really interesting. I liked it. It was enjoyable. Very good. Alright, let's go on to the next one here. Rotgut. Crystal Tiger presents the Circle World Party. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Proper dose of Synthic is simple enough if you know these 4 easy steps.
Rotgut, developed by SnowRunner Productions. I'm going to be completely honest. I think I played this game wrong or missed something because I didn't see anything that was shown in these screenshots. In Rotgut, you get invited to a party and need to follow instructions on an invitation on how to get there. I thought I was following the instructions, but ended up wandering through the woods and falling off the map. But I got the end screen, so I thought I was done. Instructions unclear. Dick caught in ceiling fan.
Oh. I guess that was supposed to do that.
I came back to it and found that there actually was more to the game. Basically, there's a big hole in the ground with a tunnel. There's a party going on, and then you walk through the rest of the tunnel. It's slow, and there really isn't much to this game. Just walk in a straight line. You can see paint all over the walls with weird images, occasionally running into something weird, but overall, nothing really happens in this game. And when you get to the end of the tunnel, you see it's blocked off, so you just turn around and walk back to the party. Although shortly before making it back, your breath starts to quicken, and I'm assuming you die. Shatter. In the ruins of future Britain, new gods rule the waste. Waz, sprint, interact. Standard affair. It's like a bug game.
Do you really think a cat is aware of the nature of a car before it is ground into the pavement?
The next game I played was Shatter by Lovely Hellplace. This is the same developer that made Dread Delusion and the Haunted PS1 disc. And while I wasn't too big on Dread Delusion, I loved Shatter. Shatter is just a really cool and unique game, both in terms of story and theme and graphic design. Shatter takes place in a post-apocalyptic Britain. At first glance, it doesn't look too different from any other post-apocalyptic game. It looks like Fallout, with crumbled buildings and ruins of civilization. This changes quickly as you find a neural uplink which allows you to patch into a computer and see reality for what it actually is, inhabited by these giant neon pink flies. Graphically, this game just looks really cool. It features low-poly PS1 style graphics, but the neon pink bugs just look so cool, contrasting to the gray environments. I really liked the way that they looked, especially their wings. It's soon revealed that these bugs are essentially treated as gods in this society, ruling over humanity, and you have to choose to rescue a pupa. In return, the pupa will develop a liking for humanity. Collecting the pupa changes the environment again, and gives you the ability to see fairies.
Uh-oh. Oh, Lord, what the hell? Oh, crap. Chrysalis of a god, bring this to the Morgan without leaving the other world. While host larva will undergo metamorphosis into a fairy, in exceptional circumstances, a god is formed. The pupa, hungry for data, consumes an obscene amount of network resources. For this reason, it can only exist in the other world, an imperfect simulation of reality. What the hell? Get me out of here. I can't... Bro, are you fucking serious? Oh, they can go through the fucking fence? Whoa, shit. These bugs look so cool. Like, look at those wings. They're just like, I don't know, like kind of almost mesmerizing. I really like the art direction of this game a lot. Alright, here we go. Bye. A neural augmentation of divine design increases movement speed and stamina refresh rate. Good, that'll help me.
Avoiding these guys is hard at first with the slow movement speed and low stamina, but you can upgrade it, and then avoiding these fairies aren't a big issue at all. The game ends once you return the pupa to the giant bug god thing.
It's so much better now that I have this, like, recharging sprint. Okay. I liked it. That art style and world were very unique. Those bugs were really cool. And I like that it did this dystopian cyberpunk thing in a way that was unique and different from how everyone else does it. It wasn't trying to be Akira or Blade Runner. It was his own thing. And it's very cool. Almost blended like a haunted PS1 community. Yeah, very cool. I liked it. Yeah. Carthanc. Explore the ruins of an ancient society of a dead planet. Press escape endgame to see controls. Think Raiders of the Lost Ark to start. Okay.
The dangerous job card only got you so far. And even so, I'm pretty sure at this point you're far more dangerous to my health and well-being than any of the shifters out here.
Carthanc, or Carthanc, is a game developed by Scythe Dev Team. It's a first-person puzzle platformer game that takes place in the ancient ruins of some dead planet. The ruins and images on the walls are very Egyptian-feeling. Carthanc is a game that I liked, but also didn't like. I liked the game from an aesthetic standpoint. The game looks very cool and stylized. I thought the first-person platforming controlled surprisingly well, but this game is so cryptic. I had no idea what to do most of the time, especially starting off. You have this lamp and you move around illuminating things. You see this big shrine thing first. The shrine has like an objective glow too, so I thought I had to interact with this somehow. But no, you need to put the light over here, and then this door opens. Every time you complete a task, a door opens revealing another task, usually some sort of platforming challenge, where upon completion, you get a piece of a mummy. Bringing the mummy to this podium thing will open another door. The catch for all this is that there are these cyber zombie dudes walking around. These guys are really annoying, emitting these high-pitched, shrill shrieks and chasing right on your ass. These guys are so fast, and if you botch part of the platforming section, these guys will kill you.
Damn it. I hate my life. This game is fucking hard. Come on! Flip the fucking switch! You really should have given us a way to stun these things or slow them down or something, because trying to interact and run with these fucking screaming assholes on my ass. Fuck. Just kill me. Why? Why did my momentum stop? I had my fucking hand on the shift. God damn it.
I actually got some Penumbra vibes from this game, especially Requiem, the third one. The weird alien-esque ruins and puzzle horror atmosphere just oozed Penumbra to me.
Dead? I died. Alright, well, now that was said and done. 1, I like the graphic style. 2, I like the aesthetic. It's different. 3, I like the music. I like the setting. The, like, space Egypt thing is cool. It was very hard. I was really confusing to figure out where to go and what to do. So I think it needed a little bit more conveyance as far as what to do and where to go. Figured it out, but I think it needed a little bit more, and those platforming, that one platforming segment was really hard. That said, I don't think it was that bad. Little difficult, more difficult than I wanted. Well, not I wanted, a little bit more difficult than I was expecting, I should say. And, but yeah, other than that, I like the aesthetic a lot. Alright, one left. The Pony Factory. David Szymanski, Dusk. The one I've been waiting for this entire collection. A pony. Winston thought he could use energy to create magic ponies. Winston was wrong. Winston is the name of my girlfriend's frog, so that's kind of cool. It's a shooter.
Ended up having to do him right in the barn. You know how many people it takes to carry a dead horse 100 yards to the slaughterhouse?
And here we are, finally at the end, the moment that I was certainly waiting for, Pony Factory, made by David Szymanski of Dusk fame. Pony Factory is a black and white stylized horror FPS game. In stark contrast to Dusk, you move slower, you can't jump, and you only have one weapon. Enemies ambush you from the shadows, and health and ammo pickups are scarce. Imagine if the entirety of Dusk was the first Wendigo encounter, and that basically sums up the Pony Factory experience.
Some strange sounds and music going on here. Oh fuck, what was that? What's this, like, destroy all humans theorem and shit? So far is, oh shit, definitely spooky. Oh, I can't see. It's really dark. For a, like, first-person shooter, it's pretty spooky. I actually think it's like, scarier than Doom 3, potentially. Just saying. Still not, like, super scary, but, like, Yeah, the atmosphere and stuff, the tension of like not being able to like find a lot of health really adds to it too.
In Doom 3 fashion as well, you cannot shine your flashlight and hold your gun at the same time, so there are often times you need to pick between seeing where you are going and shooting at enemies. They moved really fast too and were hard to hit at times.
Damn it! That room is hard. Can't see.
Aesthetically, the game is really interesting, being displayed in black and white with the exception of a few rooms with colored lights. It just provides some really good atmosphere.
The man smiled as he walked through the abandoned parking lot away from the pony factory. He'd found and stolen the source of pony magic and escaped with his life. He'd done what others thought impossible, and now he could succeed where his father failed. With the power of hell at his fingertips, he would create his own pony army, far larger and greater. All he needed were victims to transform and a factory in which to do it. Hell had planned all this, and it smiled too, in anticipation of what was to come.
So that was the Dread X collection. A really solid anthology game showcasing some really unique, fun, and actually scary horror games. They may have just been teasers or demos, but they were a blast to play. Tune in tomorrow as I discuss the sequel, the Dread X Collection 2.